I'm spelling it out.
The kids, I love all my students. They have tremendous energy. And for me, it's like, I just feed off that energy. It's almost like riding a wave. I never had planned on being a teacher. I even tell this to like my students also, as a lesson, like you never know how your life is gonna, change. You find yourself transforming.
Ricardo Koch grew up in East Trenton, although he calls the West Ward home now. He paints, plays trumpet, and even writes poetry, all essential to what he now considers his true calling.
My father had passed away, and at that time, I was, fresh, out of school. I was all over the place. I was living in, North Jersey. I was, thought I was going to be this big rock star. And then life isn't necessarily like that. Like, not everyone, gets famous, or, there are artists that do art just for the love of it. Well, anyway, after my father had passed away, I really didn't have like a sense of direction. And, the last conversation that we had, he was like, you're too smart. You're not doing anything. Why don't you, do something? You know how to do this. You can play. You can do this. You can write. You can do all these things. Why don't you, find a way to use it?
So he did, as the teacher.
Yeah, like yellow.
Most recently, in the Trenton After School program, Ricardo is part of a statewide project called CARTS. The letters stand for the Community Artists Residency Training Series, and there are two main goals.
One was to increase the value and visibility of the artists in the society, and also as a way to bring or advance opportunities for community groups to express their creativity.
The mural that we're working on is a piece called Freedom Train, and it was a title that was chosen by the students, and it's going to be a backdrop that's going to be featured at our showcase in the next, couple weeks or so.
The kids get to work on a big professional project, and according to the Kaysen family, they also learn that being a real artist is very different from the stereotypical notion of the artiste.
I'm an artiste, how they portray them in the movies, and like Andy Warhol, they're so eccentric and things like that. And the kids got to see a real artist, and it was very beneficial for the kids to see that.
He talked about how he wants his painting to be and how the flow, how his paintings are to him.
I enjoyed having Mr. Coates in the building. Most of all, just having a male in the building, and interacting and just showing the kids something different. A lot of times the kids don't have an opportunity to be exposed to art.
The one thing that keeps me going every day is the interest of keeping those kids educated and prepared for life.
20 years ago, our program started as a latchkey program, really just to keep kids off the street, but it's become, in the last 15 years or more of an enrichment program. And what Ricardo has added to this, he's really taken us to another level. It's become an arts program.
After weeks of drawing and painting, Ricardo and his students were finally wrapping up work on the Freedom Train, just in time for the holiday performance.
We're making some progress here, even though we're running behind schedule. It's a bit stressful, but, maintaining, my calm and, just working for it,
This mural is a big production for an after-school program, but it's coming together according to plan. That's the point of the CARTS Community Artist Project, to train artists like Ricardo to get even better at working in the community.
When you're in the creative process, you're not taking account of, how you're necessarily doing it, just creating. So CARTS shows you how to document that as an artist. It's organized. Like, one day we did priming the canvas. Second day we did gridding. Third day we started outlining images.
They're going to take over for me. I sat at the computer for 5 days, coming up with different schematics of train drawings that my 4th and 5th grade boys had done. similar scene like this, and I was like, okay, how can I incorporate this into a large-scale project for all the students to participate in?
Don't you know that it's time to get on board?
I think it opens that possibility to them. Ricardo is an incredible role model on a lot of levels.